Well, good morning. I haven't used Windows 11 in a while, at least not going live. So I ran a bunch of updates and rebooted. I hope it works. Hello, how are you? It is a very cold Tuesday morning here in Ohio. 20-some degrees, I believe. I'll tell you what's a good combo. You know what's a good combo? Windows 11 and hot chocolate. Yummy. So I'll be on live up until I finish my hot chocolate. Then I'm going to take a nice hot shower. Yeah. So for today, I got a question for you. How's Windows 11 working out for you? So far, for me, it's been surprisingly superb. I installed this on a machine that originally had Windows 11. Or Windows 7 to 11, rather. And that's a big jump from 7 to 11, a machine that was built for Windows 7, then go to Windows 11 on a machine that's probably belongs in the Smithsonian, the museum. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. If there's anybody in the chat would like to say hello, please do. We'll get to your comments later. Let me refresh this so we're good. Okay, very good. All right. Let me bring up some specs here and I'll show you what this computer has in case you are interested or curious. Man, the Swiss Miss hot chocolate is delicious. Gotta have another sip. I don't drink this in the summer. Alright, looks like the stream looks good. We're all in the green. Let me transition to my desktop here. For those of you watching this, here we go. Let's switch scenes. Display. And there we go. This is, what is this? OBS Studio 29, I believe. Yeah, alright. Well, this is an AMD Athlon 2. Yeah. Maxed out at 8 gigs of RAM. That's it. 2 slots. 2 4-gig sticks. Again, this originally had Windows 7. Was fine. Wasn't too crazy about Windows 8. Windows 10. It's on my other machine. Windows 11 looks good. So, look. Dual core. A machine with Windows 7 that had Windows 7, maxed out at 8 gigs, and it's faster than some Linux-based systems, at least faster than Ubuntu. At least it feels faster to me. It has been surprisingly good. Now, I didn't really do too many tweaks with this, but the only tweak I did, I don't have a lot of startup programs or anything like that. Drop down the resolution down to 720. Just to speed things up. 720 is fine for something like this. Haven't really tried gaming with this. I don't think the specs are there. It's just enough of a machine to run Windows 11 without a lot of processes running in the background. So, it's almost like Windows 11 is a lightweight system. It isn't, but it feels that way. It's not what I was expecting. We've all joked about Windows 10 in the past, deservedly so. So my question remains, how's Windows 11 worked out for you? Did you install it on a machine that supposedly couldn't run Windows 11? Until Microsoft, on their blog, put up an official hack to registry hack to install Windows 11, which I did. And here we are. Now, I'll play this back later when we're done to see if it's smooth and whatnot. But so far on my end, everything seems okay. We're still in the green here, according to OBS Studio. So I'm curious what you guys think about all this. It's not what I expected. Windows 11 is almost a good reason not to use any Linux, unless it's a Chromebook. Just personal preference. I'm not saying don't try Linux. I'm not saying that. And I still use my Linux Mints and Zorns, Ubuntu Mates more than both of my Windows systems, Windows 10 and 11. I still like using Linux, but Windows 11 is superb. And it's been disappointing because I can't make fun of it. You know, on this channel, I call this channel Technology Entertainment. Some geeky stuff, some fun. And, you know, Windows 11, it's just not fun anymore, meaning I can't make jokes about it. It works, but anyway, that's what we're talking about. So how has Windows 11 worked out for you? Did you drop Linux after installing Windows 11? I think that's a fair question. Or did you not drop Linux after using Windows 11? Is it what you expected? Yeah, this is pretty good. At least for me. So anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Let's go ahead and go into the chat. Oh man, this hot chocolate's good. I'm half done with it. I should have made a larger cup. Swiss Miss hot chocolate, delicious. All right. The Linux dude Dominic Hayes is in the house. Dominic. All right. Let's see here. Windows Media Player, it works. That's right, it does. You say that, but nearly every move Windows 11 has made since release are reasons to move from it. I don't know what you mean. I love it. Forced Microsoft accounts on Pro. Don't know about that. More ads. I haven't noticed that. I don't have the Pro account. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's Dominic. You know, Windows 11. It's not what I expected. That's probably the best answer I can give you. People are complaining because they finally gave Notepad tabs. Yeah, I don't know about that story, but look, you know, for me, it just works. I don't have to fix anything, or, you know, I don't have to do any registry hacks, or, well, except that one to install Windows 11. But besides that, for me, there's really no, you know, no tweaking, no fixing, no bugs. At least I haven't noticed. I'm surprised. You know, this machine, like I said, this is not designed for something quote-unquote heavy. If Windows 11 is heavy, I mean, like, let alone for live streaming. But it works. I wasn't planning on keeping using this computer, but I thought, what the heck? I was just going to keep... I dual boot this with... what do I have? It's Windows. It's not Windows. It's I dual boot this with Linux Mint. Yeah, Linux Mint on 2 separate SSDs. I just, you know, toggle back and forth. Normally use Linux Mint on this machine, but Windows 11 just works. Can't complain. Again, it's not really designed for multimedia work. But it is, the machine itself is, I think all Lenovo's ThinkPads, they're just reliable. Um, yeah. Drink some more hot chocolate. Delicious. This was the version that I installed right after the um, Microsoft released that registry hack on their blog to install it on a machine that supposedly would run Windows 11. You might remember that story. Now of course, they wouldn't recommend it or guarantee it would work, and I'm like, fair enough. It didn't cost me because it used the valid Windows 7 key worked for installing Windows 11. Now, the only thing they said, I believe they had a right to stop sending security patches for a quote-unquote unofficial machine. Which, again, I didn't pay for it, so I was cool with that. But it seems to be working. So, yeah, it's... give me a second here. I'll go into the system. Well, it looks like I just checked for updates, but I don't think I'll do that now. Yeah. It might, this might buffer. Alright, so if you're curious, this is Windows version, it's a Windows 11 Home, of course. Version 21H2. That's what it says. 21H2. So, which means nothing to me. All I want it is to work, and it works fine. Yeah, you can just win R, put WinVer, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know if that would show the, if I did that on the screen, I didn't know if that would show the key, so that's why I didn't do that. But anyway, all I know is I get the security patches, and it works, Dominic, yeah. I'm not into necessarily the latest features that much. Sometimes that'll break something, and I don't know if 22H2 will break anything if I install it, but I'm happy the way it is now, so yeah. Okay, so this will reach the end of life at the end of this year, yeah, okay, well then I'm sure I'll get a notification then or something saying, hey dude, you need to update. Alright, so Dagan popped in. Hi. Let's see, Windows, he says agree. Windows 11 works okay for all I do. Anything that's older, run Linux Mint, and it would work well as well. Yeah, completely agree. Exactly. It works well for all that I do, right. And I think that's probably the consensus of a lot of users, if I had to guess. Maybe not so much to people who never use Linux and don't want to try Linux, but I suspect the many folks who use both Windows 11 and a version of Linux. Deegan will probably say the same thing if I had to guess. So, yeah, I will update the system when I feel that I have to, Dominic. So, if I'm good till October, like you said, then I'm cool with it. Like I said, I don't use Windows a lot. Yeah. When I'm ready to get a new PC, what I'll probably do is get something with Windows 11 already pre-installed and just hook up a second drive for whatever, Linux Mint or whatever, like I did on my Dell, and go from there. But yeah, I have no problem buying a PC with Windows 11. Dagan, which Linux system do you use? And I ran out of hot chocolate, but I'll stick around a little bit longer. Should have made a bigger cup. Pretty sure the blockades will probably just block you out of doing it the normal way via Windows. I have no clue. Anyhow, no wonder you ain't seeing bugs. Well, that could be it. I don't know. And I'm cool with that. They get mostly Linux Mint. Excellent. That's in my top 5 for beginners. Sometimes MX Linux. Okay, I have tried that. That's good too. You're using my favorite Ubuntu Mate. I think my top 3 for the 1.3 Windows users who want to try Linux would be yeah, Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, and if people want to get fancy, Zorin with the GNOME desktop. A little bit heavier, but it works. But those would be my top 3: Ubuntu Mate, Mint, and Zorin. Dagan, have you messed with any Chromebooks? I don't think, Dominic, you have, right? KD, Plasma is able to look like Chrome OS as is. Interesting. Let me do a quick Windows 11 news search while we're chatting here. Just real quick. Well, let's see. Windows 11's big annual update comes to your PC. 5 features to try. Windows 11 could soon make it easier to fix problems with your PC. That's interesting. I may have to take a look at that article. Dominic, you mentioned Windows 22H2. It says 22H2 automatic update won't force reboot systems. That's nice. This article, Windows 11 PC settings that are ruining your experience. Okay, I won't look at that now, but interesting. Okay, here it is. Your Windows version 21H2 device will soon be updated to 22H2 automatically. So there we go, Dominic. Yeah. That's fine as long as it works. I'm cool. I don't mind forced upgrades, updates if it's necessary, I suppose. Talking about the auto update feature. I guess everything gets updated sooner or later, right? Windows 11 now requires only one reboot after upgrading. That's what the headline. Really? Only one reboot? Oh, man. Okay. I don't believe it, but okay. I mean, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at some of these articles later. I don't want to do this now. I'm curious about Windows 11 can soon make it easier to fix problems with your PC. I'll take a look at that later, but not now. Oh, Dagan, so you have years ago, but these days not as often. You used one years ago for high school college work. Okay. Very good. A whole year passed with no automatic upgrade. What are we talking about, Dominic? Half a year? Yeah, you could probably make any if you tinker any Linux system look like anything. I'm not into the looks that much. You know, once as far as Linux goes, once I have it set my way, I'm cool with it. Yeah, Dagan, ThinkPads are fantastic. I still use mine. Not as much. I prefer using my Chromebook because it's faster. Yeah. Um, they are not the same in terms of repairability. I never had one go bad. Yeah. Yeah, that I can't speak to, but I don't recall ever having to fix a ThinkPad. I don't use laptops that much in general. When I do, it's going to be one of my Chromebooks because I like the speed of them. But I use my phone normally as far as something portable. I don't even use my tablets that much anymore. Unless it's summertime, I'll take my Amazon Fire Tab to the pool and stream music. But that's about it. Sometimes too much is, well, too much. Too many devices. I want to take a peek at the system resources here. Yeah, it's using about almost 4 gigs of memory. It should be expected for all of this. 4 out of the 8 gigs, CPU 50%. Yeah, it's it's not bad. Not bad for a machine that's over 10 years old. So yeah. Yeah, one of my ThinkPads, I dropped it once. It was an older one. The plastic cracked on the side, but it still worked. You know. All right, we'll wrap this up here in 5 minutes. I'm out of hot chocolate. Hello, Razer. You found a tool called tool to debloat Windows 11. It's called Extreme Shell. I think mine is fairly debloated, yeah, but maybe I'll check it out later. Thanks. Yeah, if this version I had was bloated, I don't think I could do this. Run this stream on a machine from 2011 if this thing was bloated. I got a funny feeling. I normally delete any software I'm never going to use or seldom use. Run CCleaner or the built-in disk cleaner for Windows 11. That usually does it. Another tool, Winivar. Huh, okay. Yeah, I use the disk cleaner. Sometimes I'll run malware bytes, which I just did a few days ago, to find any nasties in the system. I think Microsoft's Windows Defender built-in has done a pretty good job, it looks like, for a lot of folks keeping their system clean. Although I am surprised that ransomware is still a problem. You know, Windows has built-in ransomware protection. You just got to turn it on. All right, is there anything else? Is there anybody else in the chat watching wants to say hello or whatever? If not, then we'll wrap it up. I do not relish going out in 20-degree weather today, but it is winter. All right, let's get and wrap this up for this morning. Thank you, my friends, for stopping by. If I missed any of you later, catch you on the next one, I suppose, maybe next week. So I'm going to, start my cold day here in wintry Ohio. Take care, my friends.